All right, we're back. Last night it got a little dark on us, and we had a couple things we had to figure out. So we went ahead and finished it kind of in the dark by flashlight. But I'll walk you guys through what we did. So one of the last things I did, I always leave the switches out of the dash because I want to test and make sure all the wires, if you jam them in the dash and then something goes wrong, you got to pull them out. So the last thing I did was push those into the dash and get them all secured. So we're going to come around here and this is a device I haven't really talked about on my channel yet. Both of our gladiators both run on this device. So what it is I think it's called a Pavter box. So what it is it's this little box. You got a lid. So I mounted both of ours similar up here because we have so many devices on our Jeeps that I wanted to only have to take off like one device. So what we do is we wire this with this, it's like a breaker box or a little breaker switch in case it overpower or something happens, it'll actually kick out. It's a safety. So what I do is I run all of our lighting, all of our extra auxiliary stuff into this box through here, and we could see it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ports. So as of right now, Angela's 8 ports are completely slap full because, I mean, alone she has her rock lights, the pods up here, 2 light bars down there, another light in the front of her grill right here. So yeah, when she turns this thing on at night, it looks like Candlestick Park. I mean, it's completely blinding because she's got so much off-road lights aiming forward off the front of this thing. But we've consumed all of this Pavter box. So what it is, and we'll show you when we get inside the Jeep, instead of having to run all your wires through the dash, like our rock lights, the grill lights, all of our auxiliary lights, except for the lights that come with switches already, like our light ballers all have switches, and that's why there's switches in the dash. But typically you use this, it's a remote. So it's wireless remote. You could take them in and out of the house. They have a chargeable battery inside. And what that does is it turns on, you could select each thing and turn it on and off without having to wire all these wires through the dash. So what I did is, it's pretty simple. So I wired in, you got a positive and a negative for each device you add. So that's our positive. There's a little screw. So we run the screw up, slide the wire underneath, run the screw back down. Same with our black. So we got our power and our ground here. And this has a corresponding switch with the Pavter box. So it comes with this little cool lid, snaps on here, and then we just clack it down. It clicked, it's good to go. So our light, and you can see here's the fuse for that light that we just added the other day. There's so many devices. We really try to zip tie everything up as cleanly as possible and keep it clear of the heat of the engine and all that stuff. That's why most of that stuff's ran back there by the firewall. I ended up, to get the length to get all the way over to here, I ended up mounting our little box that goes to that right there. So this is our relay right here. I mounted it on that factory screw. It's in there nice and tight. It doesn't interfere with the hood when it's shut. So we can go ahead and shut the hood. We're done under here right now. Also, I want to take this and bring it back over, cover up that guy. We're good. So everything on the underside of the hood is zip tied up, clear of anything that'll pinch it. So we're good. Just go ahead and shut this hood. One and 2. Then we come around here. And I'm not going to stand in the way, but you can see here's our little selector switch to change that LED light in that light bar, and then there's our switch right there. Obviously, if I would have ran it to the battery, the issue we have with that is, with the Jeep off, when you run devices straight to the battery, say she was getting in and out of the Jeep and accidentally hit that with her knee and turned it on, what'll happen is, if she didn't notice it, say she got out and was in a hurry to go in the house, came out the next day to go ahead and start the Jeep, it would deplete the battery and she'd have a dead battery. So that's why I kind of like this Povder box, because that she keeps right up there, and she can control her devices through that. So that is hooked directly to the battery though, so if she did leave that on, it would deplete the battery. So let me climb up in here. What we're gonna do, holy cow, you keep this seat really close, girl. So I'm gonna pull this out. So this is the little wired remote. You got stickers. She hasn't put all of her stickers on yet. And then you have an on and off switch. So what it is with this Povder box, we hit the on and off switch, and that gives power to the thing underneath the hood. Once we got power to that box underneath the hood, it powers all these 8 devices. So when I click this guy on, you could see, I mean, it's kind of bright out here, but we could see there's red lights. Each one of these lights and this backlight green is telling me that she's already got it set. So once she clicks this, all of them turn on. So if we go right here, I should have a little red light. It's probably hard to see. We can go around to the front of the Jeep and make sure the light bar's on. Yeah. Maybe one of these is off. There. Nope. There it is. So we had one of them off. It was not that. We're just turning lights on and off at will here. So I guess she has it underneath the strobe. So we go there, it turns it on. So I could go in there and turn the switch off. And it should have an LED bar that lights up, and then every time I mash that little chrome switch, it'll flip through the different colors. So it's just this little thin little guy here that changes colors to 4 or 5 different colors. I don't know, we haven't really messed with it too much. It the light bar works, the LED strip works, and that's it. It's you know, pretty simple. Most of it's just where do we get these little devices to fit, like I want to call it transformer. It's not a transformer, it's not a fuse box neither. It's a relay. So the relay, we played around with that for a minute to see where it's going to fit, not interfere with the hood, and keep it close enough to get the wires to the Povder, and then wrap them around, come all the way down here, and then we zip tied things up through here inside the hood, and got it kind of tucked in here where we can't see it, because we add these devices. You want tons of wires just laying all over the place like somebody dumped a bowl of spaghetti. We try not to do that, but it happens. So she's got this light bar, that, and those pods, and that's what I was talking about earlier, is like when she lights all this up, yeah, you see white if you're standing in front of it, because I mean, she did it to me last night when we were testing everything, and then I walked away and I couldn't see for a good couple of minutes because I was like, all right, that was great. I can't see nothing, everything's white now. So, and then this thing's pretty cool, because all I gotta do is go like that, and now all of the devices are shut off. So like her rock lights, all these bars, all this stuff, that right now with it off, the power's killed to it. She keeps it in her Jeep because she don't want to lose it. She keeps it plugged in so that battery, that internal battery, charges. But as you can see, you could stand out here and turn lights on and off with it. It's a cool little device. I really like it, and that's why we have it on both of our Jeeps. So I'll put this thing back in there for her. We're gonna plug it in. Zip it back down, and you can see she keeps it right there for so she could just jump. Pretty sure she just starts her Jeep every day and mashes the button, turns it on before she climbs out. It's right in her face. She sees those little red lights on there lit up, and it reminds her, hey, turn it back off so we're not killing the battery. So that's it. It's not too hard to do. I mean, the hardest thing is being finesse with the putting these buttons in the dash, and I think they came out really well. I mean, we know they're not stock, but they don't look horrible either. They actually look like they might have been made to be put there. So it was free space. There's nothing behind here whatsoever. And you can see this is all of her light bars. She's got 3 light bars now. And then this is that little switch that cycles that LED strip on that newest one through the different colors. So it's all hooked up. It's ready to go. And she's got even more lighting in the front. So again, Bill, Mufasa Jeep. Like, subscribe, comment. The next thing that we're going to be doing, so stay tuned, is Heffalump. Good old Mufasa Jeep. Heffalum's paint is done. It looks beautiful. She's got her stickers on. We have an issue with Heffalump going into four-wheel low. And what it is there's a Z-Link. She's got her dash poncho on. So when you go to pull the lever, what happens is when you lift Jeeps like we have, it messes. The Z-Link was a crappy design by Jeep to begin with. So we're gonna change this to a cable actuated kit. So what that does is it takes out those crossbars, and when you pull up on them, one pulls back and one pushes. And what'll happen is they get older, rusty, and they bind. They're into a little plastic grommet. Those could get a little wonky sometimes. We're gonna remove that whole system, and we're gonna put it under the a cable actuated, so that it's she has four-wheel drive high and low like she should. Right now we can get in four-wheel drive high. It just won't go into four-wheel drive low. And we had an issue right after building it, but we got it to lock in when we were off-roading the one time. But since then we went another time and she couldn't get four-wheel low at all, which kind of kills even be able to do some of the harder stuff in a Jeep. So we want to rectify that so that next time we go wheeling, which is going to be Lazy Springs, she can go ahead and grab that thing, and it's going to be there. And it's a pretty trusted, I watched a lot of videos on it. It's far superior to what Jeep did. It's a really thick cable actuator, so, and it loops around instead of having bind points. So when you pull up and go for that four-wheel drive low, it's there every time, and it seems to be a pretty hardy upgrade to any of these Jeep TJs. So when that lands here at the house, we'll go ahead and do a video on how to install it, and hopefully you watch for that episode. Again, Bill, Mufasa Jeep, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you on the next one.